Healing Hearts is a charity organization that's run out of primarily USC and UCSD. And what we do is we provide free medical care on a quarterly basis in two very poor areas of Tijuana. And it was started by Dr. Kevin Lake.
It actually started when Dr. Lake went down with his church to do some missionary work. The person that his church contacted was Carlos Montoya, who's a missionary down there for La Roca Ministries. When Carlos spoke to him and said, "Oh, you're a doctor, you know we have a big medical need down here in some of these colonias. Would you be interested in coming down sometime just to do medicine?" So Kevin, being the incredible person that he was, immediately said, "Yes, I'll volunteer." And he volunteered everywhere. He volunteered in Nicaragua, Haiti. So something close by Tijuana was easy for him.
The first time that we went, there was just a slab of cement.
We put our cars in a little formation to kind of make a clinic out of cars, and we saw whatever we could.
And the people came and they asked us, "When are you going to come again?" And we said, "In about 3 months." And they said, "That's what they all say," but they never come back.
Healing Hearts goes 4 times a year, February, May, August, and November. So it's about every 3 months that they'll make a trip there. It's to the same 2 communities. One community they call the Dump because it was built on a landfill. The other community they call the Dome.
We go on Thursday night, we work all day Friday and Saturday, and we see an average of about 1,000 people in those 2 days.
It's quite a large operation. It's about 100 volunteers on each trip.
They know when we're coming. We've been coming for over a decade now, so they know our dates when we're coming. And people will start lining up, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 2 a.m. sometimes, and they'll start lining up to kind of be first in line to get that first little number on their hand.
Well, the first thing everybody has to do is register as a family. They're initially interviewed and triaged as to what their needs are.
They'll be there for however long. We don't have a set amount of time that Healing Hearts is there, so they treat those patients with the quality of care that patients here in the U.S. receive.
Medical care is not the only thing we provide. We also have food donations. We cook meals and provide food for the people. We distribute food, we distribute clothing, we have dentistry.
People that have been coming for a while actually have a chart, especially the chronic ones that have hypertension, diabetes. They'll have a little chart that our USC medical students first initiated a few years back.
Probably 75% of our volunteers are undergrad students who want to go to medical school. So the opportunity for them to see medicine being practiced, to interact with doctors, to interact with medical students, and just to network and get to know people in the field that are doing it, I think provides a tremendous service to them.
You know, we take a lot of things for granted, whether if you have an ache or you need aspirin or you need multivitamins, things like that that are just mundane, everyday things here are a luxury there. So what's been really humbling is seeing how different life is there. When you look across the border, you can see San Diego from one of the sites. So you realize how fortunate you were, how things could have been so different if you were born just a couple miles south of the border there.
In February, we had our inaugural clinic at the La Roca Church where they have a men's homeless shelter. Every night they house 160 homeless men there. And now, as of February, the first Saturday of the month, we also have a medical clinic there for those men. You can imagine what it's like to be homeless in Tijuana. Most of the people that attend our clinic are living in the river, living in the aqueducts.
It's now named the Kevin B. Lake Men's Clinic.
Kevin Lake, actually, who passed away in February, unfortunately, dreamed of having some more locations and expanding because he was in the process of retiring when he became ill. It was actually he and I that put together this new clinic at the men's shelter, so it was unfortunate, but the first day of that clinic was the day that he passed away.
I'm not sure where we're going to evolve. I'm not sure if it'll evolve more in facilities, as far as getting more permanent facilities that we can have true medical clinics set up. It might evolve in that nature. I don't know if it'll evolve in sites that we're going to. It also depends on the number of volunteers. The more you get, the more you can spread the resources a little differently. So I don't know. I know we want to keep going. I know that we want to keep moving forward, and we're always open to see what's there for us to do.